You know what the Wizards are doing? They're 9th in the Eastern
Winning.
Conference, 23-26. All right, guess what? The Wizards are 6-4 in their last 10 games. Winners of 5 in a row. My man Kristaps Porzingis is hurt too.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a team we're playing basketball. What the, but
Well, they've won 5 straight now, and 5 straight, and now I believe KP is playing tonight, or he's at least he's ready to go, or he's available.
I think
I believe he's going to play.
Yeah.
So, but man, that the Kendrick Nunn trade, I was a huge fan of that because I like Rui. He clearly had his flaws. Kendrick Nunn, it was pretty perfect trade, and they got 3 second-round picks. That's kind of crazy to think about, and they're narrowing that roster down now.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn in 2 games is averaging 12 points a night for us off the bench.
It's cool. He's right there with DeLon, and I've always been a big DeLon fan. So, yeah.
And he's like shooting decently well. Like I've said it before, I really like this idea because as much as like Kendrick Nunn was just a salary filler, I wasn't going to sit here and be like, oh, Kendrick Nunn was the missing piece. No, but Kendrick Nunn, you know what he did was give us a point guard committee. People are used to the phrase center by committee when the Warriors had like Andrew Bogut, Kevon Looney, and like James Michael McAdoo. You remember, or like Fedis Azealia when they would like, that they had those 3 centers rotating. For us, we got a rotating backcourt because Monte Morris was cool, but you couldn't play Monte Morris 30 minutes. It's just like, that's not what you wanted, okay? It's not what he is. And DeLon Wright, you couldn't play him 25 minutes because, again, but now that you bring in Kendrick Nunn and Kendrick Nunn plays 20 minutes, then you give maybe like 15 to DeLon, and then you give like another 15 to Monte. You just split it up basically like 16, 16, 16, and then you run 3 guards, and each of them give you something different. Monte Morris is like the best offensive version of them, like in terms of being like a floor general, and then you got Kendrick Nunn, the defensive microwave type guy, and then DeLon Wright's more the defensive guy, while Nunn can also play defense. So I think it gives them a good variation of guards that, depending on the matchup, that they can plug and play that they've been missing.
I don't agree.
Oh, okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go kill yourself.
Well, Monty's still going to see high 20s. DeLon's still going to see 25, but now you have Kendrick Nunn who's going to chip in 15.
He can play shooting guard, not just point guard.
So I think, DeLon's been dealing with some injuries this year. I think injuries have really been unideal at this point in the season. Kristaps going down, Beal being down for half of the season. DeLon Wright's he's a starting capable guy, and I think he's a nice complementary piece, and now you're surrounding him with scorers on the bench, I think is a good idea. Yeah, like you said with Kendrick Nunn, we'll see what the future holds for him. I don't know if it'll be in Washington, but it would be cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's in Washington.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to re-sign him, but like he'll rebuild his value with Washington this season.
Exactly, yeah.
Let me do an update on Kristaps Porzingis, and they're saying Kristaps Porzingis is back. He is back.
He's back. Good for him.
Yeah, no, I know. It's huge. And I just want to make sure he didn't play he didn't play this past game. So he's back after a 9-day absent.
Mm.
And he was there for the first 2 wins. So they've won 3 games without him. Also, have you watched Shrinking yet with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford?
Jason Segel? Is it Jason Segel?
Yeah, Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, I'm thinking of a different Segel. No, I don't know what that is.
You're thinking about, is it Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal. That's
Steven
exactly
Seagal, yeah. Steven Seagal, yes. The social representative for, isn't he like this? Steven Seagal, dude. That guy's so fucking funny.
He does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he was, he was an actor that was chosen by somebody because someone made him a bet that he couldn't make anyone famous, and then Steven Seagal walked in the room and he's like, I could make that guy famous, and they just made him famous on a bet. I'm like not kidding. I'm not even kidding. Have you seen Trading Places?
No.
Okay, in that movie they make a bet that like this rich guy and Eddie Murphy, who's a homeless guy, could trade places for $1. So these two rich guys fire the rich guy and hire the homeless guy and make the homeless guy super rich, make the rich guy super poor, and then when it happens, they just give each other $1.
Damn.
Yeah. So then the whole movie's about how Eddie Murphy and the rich guy get back at the two old rich guys.
Okay.
For a penny. Because you know what I mean? Because they get pissed off because they did a bet for $1. So Eddie Murphy and the rich guy were like, okay, we'll do it for a penny. So at the end of the movie, they're like, oh, by the way, you guys are poor now. And we're like, we did this all for a penny. And then just like, because they short sold the stocks of the orange.
Like seems oranges. Like a cool plot. I'm not gonna understand all this.
It's from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, TP? Glad you can make it. Jalen Johnson, thanks for hanging out with us.